let's talk about percentages and the possibility of the percentage increasing and the percentage decreasing. So when you're going shopping sometimes and you see an item and say it's $12, but you go 2 or 3 days later and say it's only $10 or maybe it's $14. If the price goes up, it increased. If it went down, it's going to decrease. All right, so we're going to find the percentage of increase and decrease. Well, how do we do that? We take the difference of two numbers and we put it over the original. This is our division line here. It's a fraction bar. We're making a fraction with the percentages, but first we're going to find the difference. And so, for example, if I had $21, all right, so right now I have $21, but yesterday I went and raked leaves for someone, and so now I have $28. All right, I need to find the difference of what I had, say, yesterday and what I now have today. All right, so the difference of 21 and 28 is 7. So I'll put 7 on the difference line. The original is what I started out with, which is 21. So my fraction is 7/21, which reduces to 1/3. That's still a fraction, but we know the percent of 1/3 is 33 1/3%. And because I went from 21 to 28, it increased. So I draw an arrow up, a rate of increase. So increase, the price goes up from what I had. Decrease, it goes down from what I had. All right, and we're always going to find the difference, and we're always putting it over the original. So I'm going to put a few problems up here, and we're going to find the rate, the percent of increase or decrease. All right, so let's work on a few of these problems. So I had $15, and it increased by 6. Now this time's a little bit different. Instead of saying now I have, it's telling me it's increased by 6. So it's telling me the difference. Because otherwise it would be the same as saying now I have 21. All right, but I have an increase of 6. So I put the difference. It increased. It's already telling me it's going up. So I put 6 over 15 because that's the original. This is the difference. I can reduce this by 3 and I get, so let's divide by 3 and I get 2/5. The fraction, or this is the fraction, the percent of 2/5 is 40%. If I don't know that off the top of my head, I could put this into 100 because percent's out of 100. 5 goes into 100 20 times, so 2 times 20 gives me 40/100ths, which gives me 40%. It tells me it's increased, so I'd have a 40% increase. I went to the one store, the first store was $8. The same item at a second store was $12. So we know it went up from the first store to the second store, so we're going to have an increase. So I always like to put my little arrow to demonstrate that it went up. All right, and what's the difference of store 1 and store 2? The difference is $4. So difference is 4. What was the original? 8. Well, 4 over 8 can be reduced to 1/2, which is 50% increase. Now I have had $20, but then I went to eat, and now I only have 20. So what's the difference of what I started with and what I have now? The difference is 10. It's always difference over original. And I put the original at 30. So 10/30 reduces to 1/3. The percent of 1/3 is 33 1/3%. And it decreased because I spent money, I have the less, so it went down. What if I had $50 before Christmas, but then I bought me a shirt and say some socks, and now I only have $20. So what's the difference of 50 and 20? The difference is 30. So difference over original. So 30 over 50 gets reduced to 3/5. 3/5 is 60%, and it decreased because I spent the money. Remember, percent of increase, it went up from what you had to what you have now, or the price at one store is different than the price at the other store. And then decrease, it went down, and you always put the difference over the original. Always the difference over the original in a fraction. All right, have a great day.